What is the ego? Ego is the observer of the outside world. Ego is the obsessor of the outside world. Ego is who seeks validation from others. Ego is everything that is not within. Think of ego as the mind of the body. We have been raised since children. Everything that you were taught, it is subliminally being ran as programs from the ego. The ego is ran on autopilot. The ego is prideful. Where the soul surrenders, the ego resists. When the soul would trust, the ego has distrust. Where the soul would take responsibility, the ego blames. The soul lives in the moment, but the ego lives in past glory. The ego is stern and serious, while the soul is compassionate and joyful. The ego rushes, while the soul is calm. So when you hear of shadow work is not destroying the ego, because from consciousness, we want to mold the ego into something acceptable. We want to clean the ego up. We want to reprogram it, teach it better programs, have it firing a little better. Just update the computer. Because without the ego, you cannot have oneness. Because the goal is to combine the ego and the soul, unity. Meditation helps a lot when you're working with the ego in the shadow. You have to reconnect with source. You have to find your soul, find that inner child. When you find your true essence, you'll understand everything that does not resonate with you, everything that was learned, everything that was taught to you that does not truly benefit you or reflect your soul. Once you identify these factors, you begin to rewrite the programs by replacing them with different programs, replacing them with different beliefs, replacing them with different habits. You want to get to a point where your soul and ego can live as one, where there is no separation, where there is no bad guy, there is no good guy, there's just you. Oneness.